I've decided to spend 12 days doing things I've never done before. Today I'm going to make a raft from driftwood on the banks of a wild Canadian river.
I've just flown from summer and the old digits are a bit tingly right now.
Joining me is a local raft guide I'd only just met.
I do predict that whatever he builds will fall apart.
A 10-year-old could do this with a bit more time. Hell, a 10-year-old could probably do it in half the time.
How are you feeling about it?
Oh, okay, but it's hard.
This is day 11 of 12 days of Newness.
I've lived in Canada before, but I never went rafting and I've never built a raft. And look at this place, it's freaking amazing. Canada, you are freaking amazing. So I'm gonna go look for some wood and then just get busy making stuff.
No longer on a plane or in a car or queuing in lines at an airport. I was back in a world that I wanted to be, outside. This place is so different to what I know. It's cold instead of hot, blue instead of brown, and sharp instead of rounded. I had the feeling this new place and me would have a very good day.
All right, we've got a spot. I've done a bit of a scout up and down the river. It's not the ideal spot, there's not a ton of wood here, but there's enough. I'm gonna just race around like a bit of a blue-ass fly and get as much from down there and from upstream as possible and bring it all back to here and make myself a raft. Dave's here in 2.5 hours, so I've got to get my socks on. It's nice to be here. I'm looking forward to pumping some hot blood through the system.
I'm hunting for cedar, a magnificent and famous timber. I need it straight, dead, about as thick as my knee, and not obvious habitat.
It's light, it's easy to work with, beautiful. Very foreign to me as an Australian.
I find myself completely and utterly absorbed in the task of finding wood, something I've always loved doing. It's one-dimensional, observational and physical.
Cooking up a sweat, I tell you, I am sweating. So I think I'll make this in the shape of a canoe. Longer ones in the middle, shorter ones on the outside. What's that? Well, what sort of shape is that? It's called a shape of some kind, but basically a canoe shape. A triangle, a rectangle and a triangle. So Dave's on his way. He's a guy that reached out to me on email. I said, yeah, I'll go rafting with you, Dave, as long as I can build my raft and you can go on your raft.
Bo is creating his own raft, and there's 3 hazards in the river, they say, right? There's 3, you got foot entrapment, you got holes, it's like behind a rock, like hydraulic, and then you got wood. And Bo is making his raft out of wood and he's gonna sit on top of it. So I'm very curious to see if we can avoid injury today. Oh, it's a good day for it, isn't it?
Hey, how are you, man?
Oh, looking good. You're bleeding already.
Oh, I just got jagged by the saw. It's all play money.
I warned you about that.
It's play money, but you know. How are you, brother?
Good to see you, bro. Yeah,
Same to you, mate. Geez, it's a squirty little thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I thought, yeah, I've got a similar sized beast.
Look at that.
You look like a Canadian. It's good.
Doing my best.
Oh, it looks worse than it is. It's just a tiny little cut here, but they bleed like the dickens. Hands are cold, you know. It realises that the camera's on, so it's just trying to impress people. That one's going to go fair up my ass if I don't get rid of it.
You already had lunch here?
I haven't had lunch.
No? What's this?
Well, I didn't want to tell you about that. I'm rather chuffed. If it goes together well with lashings, this is going to be kick-ass. Yeah, that one's good to go now.
There you go.
That way, once it's all pulled through.
Yeah.
It's pretty basic stuff, hey? I've never built a raft, I'm pretty excited about it. It's not really an Australian thing. Australians don't build rafts, really. We do it at school camps, but it's because we're trying to be American or Canadian, I don't know.
I come from a
land down under?
long line of supervisors.
All right, we're gonna turn this sucker over and see what it looks like.
Look at that. I think drop it. Let her go. Let her go. She's okay. It's a bunch of sticks.
I mean, everything's at right angles.
Yeah.
And slippery.
It's like a bad barn door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it needs a brace of some kind, which we could do. But a brace only works well if you've got it fixed as well. And they're slippery poles.
And can opener, you got...
Oh, shit. Why do Canadians not put a ring pull on there? Show us your stuff. Golly, that is good.
Isn't that? That's sugar, man. That's what sugar will do for you.
Beans with maple syrup. It's like a whole new bloody day.
I do like this part of the day.
Look at that, you just threw your spoon into the river. I'll do this. It's been an excellent day here by the river. You don't have to think as much because there's this lovely white noise all the time. So it's been real pleasant. The unknown factor is how it will steer and navigate. So if all things go to pot, then I'll just jump in with him in his tiny little boat and we'll say bon voyage. No, I wouldn't. I'm a captain of this thing. I'm going to take it to the end, somehow. You got anything to say? You wisecracking Canadian?
Good luck. You're going to need it. Like that's float. I'd call that floating.
I'd call that floating.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Shit. Just. Jesus, she's not very seaworthy, mate.
You'll be good. Well, you're right. Try and scoot your weight forward a bit.
Yeah. So it turns out it's not as maneuverable as we thought it would be. And you're right, I need a far more nimble push rod.
It's just luck that I was right. This is a first for both of us, brother. You see this stick sticking up right here?
Yeah.
You want to just start going right after that?
Yeah.
You want me to kind of show you?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I can't really steer though, man, so...
You got a bit.
I'm just going to go wherever the hell it takes me, I reckon.
If you can come this way, you'll be happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro, you have that. You're good.
My raft was decisive. It would go wherever the hell it wanted to go. I was a passenger that simply needed to hang on.
Color me impressed, bro.
This is a fantastic failure. I'm still having fun. My hands are very cold, but gotta watch out for the rocks.
It's gonna slow down considerably now. Do you want to stop and do some repairs?
Yeah.
We're about halfway.
Okay.
Do you want to hold on? I'll pull you to shore,
Yeah, that'd
maybe?
be good.
Is there something there to grab? Don't grab my zip.
No, yeah.
Something?
I got you.
Yeah, that's good.
Gotcha.
This is the adventure you were having, right?
Yeah.
It's okay.
I mean, that's a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, you actually look like you're having fun for some of it.
Well, that didn't really work like I thought it would.
You built it in 2 hours and it got you a kilometer downstream. That's a success.
See the bloody positivity? My hands are very cold right now, but he feels warm and fuzzy like a good Canadian.
There he goes. There you go. I gotta give you this, man. You don't give up. You just won't stop. I know he's not real happy about it, but this sure beats swimming down the river.
I didn't know Dave at all, really. We'd spent 3 hours the previous day together.
It's working, it's working.
Oh, my thwart's broken, shit. It feels better, I like this. It's bending around my ass.
Humans that are super practical, capable and can-do are my kind of people. My instinct was right. Dave was one positive bastard and immensely likeable.
Yeah, Bo, get it, get it. Yeah, brother.
Fantastic.
Right on, bro.
Yeah.
I tell you what happens sometimes, even for someone who spent so much time living outdoors. When you're completely absorbed, a little cold, which helps being present, you cease being a husband, father or storyteller.
That is magnificent, isn't it? Wow!
And while I like those things very much, I crave the idea of being a man on some wood floating down a river. These kinds of experiences are an essence of being human because they complement an otherwise complex existence.
You're getting pretty good at that.
It looked pretty enough. This is good thumbnail bait, but it wasn't a good raft. So this really should be, the thumbnail of this should be, this is the worst raft ever built in Canada. But a bad raft will still give you a bloody good time. So there you go.
There you go.
That's the idea.
Bring it around. There you go.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it, man. You learned something today after all.
I learned a few things. I learned a few things today in Canada. How not to build a raft. Don't do it like that. Go back to frickin' building paddles and renovating houses, you dickhead.
This is what I'm up to next.
All right, the last. Yo, another running one. Hotel marathon. Run a marathon in a hotel.